Can I interest you in a game of Spot the Difference? Because this game is essential in understanding another way the Gospels portray Jesus as God. So we have Elijah here raising the widow's son, widow of Zarephath. And what does he do? He says he stretched himself upon the child 3 times and cried to the Lord, "O Lord my God, let this child's life come into him again." So he had to cry to the Lord and stretch himself on the child. A little while later, we see his disciple Elisha doing the exact same thing when he wants to raise the Shunammite woman's son. Look at what he does. He saw the child lying dead on his bed. He went in, he shut the door behind 2 of them and prayed to the Lord. Then he went up and lay on the child, putting his mouth on his mouth, eyes on his eyes, hand on his hand, and stretched upon him. The flesh of the child became warm. So he does something similar to Elijah. But when it comes to Jesus, it's a little bit, shall we say, different. Look at what he says here, Talitha Kumi, which means, little girl, I say to you, arise. Interesting. Elsewhere in the Gospel of Luke, the widow of Nain, how does Jesus raise the son from the dead? Young man, I say to you, arise. Interesting. And then how does he raise Lazarus from the dead? After, of course, saying he's doing a public prayer just for the sake of those around him, not for any other reason, he says, Lazarus, come out. And immediately he says, the man who died came out. So what have we learned? While every other prophet, in order to raise somebody from the dead, they have to beseech God or say a prayer to God, Jesus raises from the dead on his own authority. Even when Peter raises the widow from the dead, Dorcas, not the widow, he says Peter put them all outside, knelt down and prayed. He had to pray first, and after praying, he could then say, Tabitha, arise. But Jesus, on his own authority, he says, I say to you, arise. And again, Lazarus, come out. That was an order. Why is that? Because in Jesus, we don't just have any other human being. We have who Peter himself earlier called the author of life, the originator of life, the one who says, both kills and makes alive, God in the flesh.